This episode of Off the Job Podcast Overtime is sponsored by Electrical Certificate app.
If you're still filling out certs, invoices, quotes, and even diary management with pen and paper, you're basically doing Morse code in a 5G world. The Electrical Certificate app keeps it digital, easy and tidy, so use code POD30 to get 30% off your first year. It's a no-brainer.
This episode of Off the Job Podcast is sponsored by Ridgeline.
Right, welcome to another episode of Off the Job. We have a special guest. Yeah, I'm Pete, this is Keiran, and this is Tony Smith. Say hello, Tony.
Cheers for coming on, Tone.
Yeah, cheers for coming on, mate.
Can I just point something out?
What's that?
You've used the wrong mugs.
What are you talking about?
I don't want everyone to know my name.
A bit late for that, isn't it?
He's really good at these jokes, isn't he? You just carry on.
Go on, Keiran, I won't interrupt.
Just carry on being you and meek and mild instead of trying to be clever.
Cheers,
it's not
mate.
funny anymore. Yeah. Right, Tone. So tell us about yourself, mate, because you have found yourself in the gas industry, but you have had a journey on the way in, as I understand. Probably a bit different from other people. Some people come straight from school. But what was your primary trade? You a tradesman beginning? Is that what you done? You're a tradesman in the beginning?
Originally, not so much a tradesman, but like from a very young age, I was always around. Like my dad, for example, always up like doing up houses, renovation. Like back in the 80s when it was that big recession, he was forced to like redo stuff.
Yeah.
But my dad is one of them people that can literally put his hand to anything. He'll make it work. But
All
he
the
just-
old boys did.
Yeah,
didn't they?
like he would always repair something, he would make something. If he didn't know how to do something, he would learn to do it. And he is generally good at everything he does. But he's one of them people that's like a perfectionist that never really appreciates what he does.
Yeah, but he's not officially a tradesman, but
No.
he did all his own stuff. We met a guy, didn't we, down at the thing, down
said,
at
"Don't
B&Q,
trust
didn't
builders."
he? He said, don't trust builders. And they did all their own stuff, didn't they? All the old school boys, they did all their own stuff. But yeah, so you sort of
So
like
I was-
had an insight into it through just like renovations and that as a kid.
Yeah, just like as a kid, I was always around like tools. I was always someone that was like helping him or building stuff, making stuff. I was never like a gamer.
So when you left
basically.
school...
But then when I left school, so during like my say secondary school years, he built like a Keiran 7 from a book, like a kit car.
Right.
So and my uncle was always in cars, so I ended up naturally going into cars. My mum was like a service manager at Vauxhall at the time in Loughton.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I ended up going into the route. I got an apprenticeship out of the back of like work experience basically in Volkswagen in Loughton. So I've done my apprenticeship with them straight away. Had no school break. Worked every weekend. Worked my way through like my grades.
Car sales ain't easy, is it?
Oh no, I was a
sell?
car mechanic.
He's a mechanic.
Yeah.
Listen to him, mate. He's a mechanic.
You didn't say that earlier, though,
Oh,
did
did
you?
I not? Oh, maybe I did.
Well,
You
I
actually-
worked out that he was a mechanic.
No, because he said it out there. I actually heard him.
Oh,
right.
That's why you know.
Oh, right.
But I forgot.
Carry on.
So
Right, yeah. So you went into
So I worked my
mechanics.
way, So I worked my way, went to like the Volkswagen apprenticeship scheme in Nottingham, and just went my way through, and it was going well really. And then a couple of people started leaving and going on the trains. They said it was like basically a better way of life, better money. I should go, and then I went in that route. Got a place. I was working at West Kensington. Worked there for about 3 years. But it was kind of one of them jobs in like workshops where like a lot of people sort of went there and just stayed there. But at that time I was only like 20.
Well,
like
you-
21.
You went into the trains?
Yeah, I went into the train
Oh,
side.
driving trains?
No, like
Oh my God!
that's what everyone says. Honestly,
Don't think him up. Right, you're a mechanic's background, so you went into working within
within TFL.
That doesn't. People change careers. Look at the guy that come on last. He was a bus driver and all this. He could have done the same.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Don't dig at me.
All right, okay.
But that's
I'm
what-
guessing from a
actually-
mechanics type of
Yeah.
like, thing, you went into the construction and stuff.
So basically, what it was, I was a technician to repair plant equipment that was
Right.
unique to the underground.
Okay.
But it was one of them places where it was a really good place to work, but it was somewhere where people went to retire, basically.
Right.
And I was like 21, and then I got to meet people going through different depots, and everyone said to me, go into signalling.
Right.
So I finally pushed, found the right people, then got into signalling
Oh,
and
so
done
you
the
delayed
points.
everyone on the trains.
Yeah, basically. And I've managed to find the right person that would get me in. I've done it, and done the training. Like, the training was like 12 weeks, solid training.
Signalling's a good job, though. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Even-
I've got a mate who does signalling on the overgrounds up in Peterborough way.
Yeah.
But it's a
So
good
how
job.
does that all
signalling.
work?
It's a good job. So it's basically just like wiring circuits. Like when a train hits a certain point of the track, it then cuts out the signal behind, so another train can't back up and then smash into the back of it. That's basically how it works. But it's a lot.
Has it messed up before, like where a train's hit another train because of the signal?
Not from the signalling side, from a personal driver's perspective. If they've like what they call SPAD, which is signal past the danger, but things like that can happen. But technically on the signalling side, it shouldn't happen.
What do you think in terms of like? Sorry, I'm just diving a bit deeper.
Sorry.
Of like self-driving train, does that make it more like you need someone to keep an eye on it? But
it's very great. Like you wouldn't ask the driver, they would go, "No, it's the worst thing ever," because obviously it's taking people out of a job. But in terms of efficiency, it probably is a long-term and better system.
Yeah, the thing is, they're driverless trains, but they're always going to need an operator.
They have to. Yeah.
They've got to have an operator on them, whatever, isn't they?
Because if you get stuck in a tunnel,
Exactly.
you've got to get it out.
As my mate says, my mate's a tube driver. He says, "I ain't here to drive the train." He goes, "I'm here if anything goes wrong." Because basically the trains are self-operated. They are basically driverless anyway. They're operators, really, aren't they? Now, do you know what I mean?
What's the biggest problem with trains getting delayed? Because they get delayed a lot, don't they?
A lot of it is really like on the signalling side. For example, where the weather changes, the expansion and contraction of the rails, that affects the signalling.
Right.
So that's a lot. So like you see like a lot of like say signal failure coming up to winter,
Wrong kind of snow.
for example.
Everyone moans, isn't it? Oh, there's a bit of snow and the
wrong
trains
kind
are
of
stopped.
snow.
Yeah, and then the same in the summer. It's the same thing.
Wrong leaves on the track.
And yeah, I ended up going and do the course because you have to do an IRSC license.
Yeah.
So I spent a long time pushing because I was always aiming for a certain role. And I'm not one of them people that if like I don't agree with something, I will have something to say. I won't be like, oh no, I won't better not say that. And it's very, very cliquey within the training school. And I basically went against a tutor, and then he spoke to me in a bad way because they're used to dealing with like 18-year-olds, which you still shouldn't talk to an 18-year-old in a certain way. But I was like mid-20s at the time. I had my first daughter on the way. I was under severe pressure. I took a 10 grand drop to go from the place I was to then go to that, and I just bought my first flat in Chingford, you know, like where the McDonald's is.
Yeah.
Around there. So I was under like a lot of pressure, and it just really spiraled from there. But I stick to my beliefs that if like I don't agree with something, I'll tell you I don't agree with it out of principle. So it sort of went from there, and in that kind of same period, I always wanted to do my own business. I always had that drive to go.
So you went into the signalling, but you didn't come out of the signalling?
Not at that time, no. Right. So then I started, my dad was doing more work, my mates were around the trade. Then I just naturally started going into like chippy and building and extensions and all that. And it become more. I was doing it on weekends, I was doing it in and out of my shifts and annual leave and things like that. And then it just got big, basically. And then I was turning 30, I was just getting married. I just thought, if I don't try it now, I'm probably not going to try it. And I was just like, yeah, done, finished. I just went for it. And then basically just went in with one of my mates at the time. Just literally just had one van, one set of tools and just built it up. And literally like done one extension in Waltham Abbey. Probably know that area.
Was you on the tools? Because it weren't really you helped out your dad, but it weren't like, you didn't go into the trade and learn as an apprenticeship or anything. So what?
Yeah, I knew like, it's sort of similar to where I am now with the gas and the plumbing, is that I have a general understanding, like that time, I had a general understanding and done a certain amount, but I hadn't been exposed to everything and say a number of times of everything. But I was just like, I'm going to make it work. I don't care. I want to have a few people working for me. I want to run multiple jobs. I want to turn over £500,000, for example. And within 2 years, I've done that. Like, second job, I won a brand new bungalow building in Honey Lane. And it just went on and on and on from there. But what I wanted out of a business and what he wanted out of a business was two different things. He wanted,
It's your business partner you started with,
Yeah.
What was his background?
He was a chippy.
Okay,
but he'd done it for a lot more consistent, like as a trade for years. But he wanted it different. I wanted to build a company and a reputation and have multiple people working, where he wanted to take the good money and then just not
not reinvest into it to make it better.
Yeah, he wanted to have like the easiest kind of life, but we weren't at that stage of the business in there. But then I went to a psychic in Chesham because I was always interested in that kind of thing. And she said to me at the time, like, there's something about your work with like the number 4, which is really weird. So it's either 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months, whatever, number 4. So I was like, right. And I was always like, a target pusher. So I had a target. I wanted to get a
You
job
got drive, yeah.
that was like 250 grand. I wanted a big build. And I chased and found this job in Chigwell, round by the King William pub. I don't know if you know it or not.
No.
Yes.
Sort of like where David Lloyd's is in Buckley, still on the backside.
Yeah.
Anyway, got on this job and it worked out that this house was door number 4, and they agreed that like job 4 months after I had that psychic.
Oh
thing.
shit!
And it was the biggest one I ever had. So like for me, I was absolutely buzzing. Like one of the biggest job I've ever had, 250 grand. Plus there would have been more out of it on a big plot like in Chigwell. Like you get your sign out there, you're going to take off there. Like I had hauled in, signing up. I had another big job in Loughton going at the same time. There was like 7 of us. I had my dad working for me. So it was just flying. And then at that time, my wife was pregnant with my second child. And then he was stillborn.
Oh.
And yeah, mate, just absolutely destroyed me as a person.
This was your second child.
Sorry to hear that, Tone.
Yeah, and just ruined me. And I just thought, like, what am I like
It
doing
makes
this
you
business
rethink
for?
about life.
Yeah. Like broke me as a person, and obviously my wife and my family and her family, and just couldn't. I just felt like I was pushing all this for like this better lifestyle, this better thing, and like no money. Like I was earning good money then, and no money would have changed that.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Ridgeline's not some delicate diva of a pipe. It's built to get bashed about, installed fast and still hold up strong. No nonsense, just reliable pipe work that does the job. You got to ask everything like, why are you doing it?
Yeah, like I
what's
just
the
looked
reason?
at everything in life. Like my daughter was only 4. Like he was 36 weeks. There was no worry up until that point. There was no concern. Like, literally a couple of weeks later, he'd have been born and been fine.
Yeah.
And then I took a lot of time off of work after that. But I always made it clear to the other guy that I was with that like if I couldn't get back into it and my mind weren't right, I would walk away. And then on the back of it, I just said like I've just done. I walked away. I just left everything, all the tools, the equipment, the unit.
How long
we
did
had.
you know him for?
10 years.
Bloody hell.
And he was one of my best men as well at my wedding.
And
Yeah.
this is obviously after everything you went through as well.
That had sort of happened before that,
Yeah.
and then that happened, and then I just said I'd done it. I just rubbed my hands of it, but like before that actually happened, I was considering doing the plumbing and the gas there because I'm a naturally mechanically minded person. Everyone kept saying to me, "Oh, you'll do it. You'll pick it up easy. You're doing it," and I've nearly done it, but the business was booming, so I just didn't bother doing it. But then after that, I just couldn't go back to that, so I just left it, and no one really knows, but like my other good mate, he just said, "Oh look, just come and do a job." He was working for Mattison's scaffolding,
Right.
and he just said, "Look, just get in the habit of coming to work again. Like, just come do a job, and then just go home, basically." So like, I went and done scaffolding as like a part-time thing. Switched on for that. Like, fair play to them. They've got their stigma, scaffolders. I get it why, but mate, they graft, mate. They are grafters. Like, no one can take nothing away from them people. And I was basically just doing that just to get used to working again and trying to get some sort of rhythm in my life. And then I got offered a job where I am now on the Transport for London, which is Stratford, on the Jubilee line doing overhaul stuff. So I went there as a fault finder, basically. Done that, done well at it. Then I got promoted to a team leader. And then like a little while ago, I got promoted as a maintenance manager. But within that kind of period, I was doing this shift. Like when I tell people, like for example, Shirag, when I worked with Shirag, he just couldn't believe it. Like I'll do like a week of nights, which is like 10:30 at night till 6 in the morning, Monday to Friday. Then the following week would be late, like 3 till 10:30 at night, and then 6 till 7. And I've had 2 more children since my second child, and I just thought I just can't sustain this. I just can't keep doing this. And everyone kept saying, "Oh, go and just pay the gas safe, do it. We'll help you," or whatever. And it was people that I looked after when I done the building trade, and mate, it just disappeared. It's just
how long has it been since you stopped the building?
The building now, like 5 years ago. It was in COVID.
Right.
Within the COVID period, that's when like I went through what I did with my son, and I just called it a day on a building.
Because obviously a lot of people talk about sort of mental health and stuff, don't they? How did that, if you don't mind saying that, how did that affect, I suppose your mental health in a way of like,
Did you deal with that? Did you
with what
like
bit?
what like your mental health, like so like you've lost your son, you've lost your mate, you're building business you've walked away from. That's going to affect you up there, isn't it? So did you deal with that at the time? Did you deal with it? Did you speak to anyone? Did you go to any sort of counselling or anything like that, or have you held it in?
I got advised to do the counselling to do with the bit with my son, but to be honest, in the scheme of it, with what I was going through with that, like the company doing his thing and my mate, I just wipe my hands of it. Like, if no one, I'm a loyalty person, Like I'll be straight up with anyone. If I do or don't believe in something, I'll tell you exactly as it is. Yeah. And I base everything on loyalty, and I just said the loyalty's gone. See you later. Like game over for me.
Yeah, that's a dirty move, isn't it? It's just I don't get what goes through people's head. Like a close mate, your partner.
You just shut him out.
Yeah, I just gone. See you later.
Done.
Yeah, but.
If you don't mind me saying, are you still like together with your?
Yeah. It wasn't nothing on her part. It was just him just pushing the bandage. Yeah,
hitting on her. And I mean, it was.
But it wasn't like 100% like in.
Yeah, but you can.
But
see
it was like kind of like on a borderline where you could go, oh no, it's only banter.
It was too over familiar.
It's only banter. Do you know what I mean? But I don't do that. I don't text my mate's wife.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even like their birthday, I'll just like say to like my mate, happy birthday to Lauren or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I don't go messaging her.
Yeah. It's a bit over familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a really, really bad couple of years, and probably like the last year or so, like last year, where I decided to go for the gas. So it was someone I worked with that said to me, "Oh, do it." He got a company like I said to you before about MA Plumbing and Heating, Asif, and he like encouraged me to do it. He goes, just pay it, just do it. Like you'll just get through it. It will be hard, but you'll do it. And in the end, I just like my wife was like, "Oh, just do it. Like let's just do something different." And I just went for it. But I was trying to do that outside, so I was trying to do the portfolio, the theory, the practical assessments, while doing a shift with having at the time like a 7-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 6-month-old.
And you got obviously pay for the course and that.
So you've got two more. You've got 2 more children. How old are all your kids now then?
So now my eldest daughter's 9, nearly 10 next month. My boy is 4. And my daughter's 2.
Yeah.
But obviously this was like 18 months ago that I took this on.
It's hard work.
So I really did you're talking like I'd done like a night shift, slept in a van, and then gone and done some theory paperwork like straight from it.
How are you getting that?
I mean, you got like again, hats off to your missus as well, because there's a lot on her with 3 kids, and you've got you're out all day working, then you're out all night working and all that, because she's got the kids around her, like, you know what I mean?
All the time.
So she's got to be supportive of you doing that, obviously, and like.
And your strong mindset to keep the
keep
things
going,
that have happened. You had that drive of building a company, then you've changed, then you're going to get you got to have a strong mindset to rethink of what you're going to do and just go for it.
Yeah,
a lot of people give up and just take the sort of an easy route.
It is easy to not bother, basically, really. And there was times where I did think, oh mate, is this worth it? And it was times where I was trying to get someone to help me, just give me an opportunity to help do the portfolio and that. And I kept knocking on the door, and people would say yeah, and then they just disappear. They just never went anywhere. And there was times where I just think I should just knock this on, and then something would tick. Yeah. And then something would happen for me, and then it would go again. What was your
process of getting the portfolio done?
So fair play, maximum respect, Asif, the guy that I worked with at MA Plumbing and Heating, he stuck by me all the way through. But I think he probably did do that because he see that I weren't someone that was trying to wing the portfolio. Or wing
Did you
the
know
work.
him, or were you just ringing people? Or what?
I worked with him.
Oh, okay.
And I still work with him now.
You knew him before that, or how did you actually get in contact?
Just from who I work with now.
Okay.
So he works on the underground as well.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay.
So that's how I knew him, and that's who he encouraged me to do it. But then, typical, when I was near the end of it, was sort of in the summer, so no one's fitting no boilers.
No.
And I'm thinking, mate, fucking come on, I've got 2 boilers left, I need to just find someone.
Yeah.
And then I kept asking Chirag, because I see him on Instagram, and he's big, and he's always busy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I did speak to a couple other people, but they just not interested. For example, Ian. Ian's local to me in Harlow, but he's obviously a busy guy. He's probably had people come to him and just try to blag it, and he just can't be asked. Like,
it's like
I get it.
Do you know what I mean? It is art. I'll stick up for the engineers here as well. Like, when
Have you ever messaged Pete?
if you
Yeah, I think he pied me the first time. No, not for work. No, not for work.
I think especially if they work on their own. I took a couple of months ago or a month ago or so, he texted me and he said, if you've got anything, if you can help me out with the portfolio. And generally speaking, I didn't do it. But after like gauging him, because you'll get like kids, you'll get young kids wanting to do it, and you know that they just want you to do it for them. And they'll want to stand around and they'll just want to just go, oh yeah, take some pictures. But this guy, a bit like you, couple of kids, married sort of thing, really trying to... You know them guys really want to push themselves and do it. They've got no choice. You've got no choice to do it. So you'll take people like you more seriously because you've got an end goal and you want to better yourself, whereas a kid might be just doing it because he's just got to do it. Do you know what I mean?
The other thing, especially like now, people have that understanding, like, we're all probably relatively similar age, but like the new generation of people coming through, they don't have that same work.
How old are you?
37.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm 46.
Yeah, you're a bit older.
I look the same. I know I look the same age. I know I do.
I've got a bit of grey hair and all.
Yeah, it'll come.
But like, they don't have the same work ethic. They just want to stand around. Like I did it when I had labourers.
Yeah.
Like they want £100 a day, couldn't knock up sand and cement.
I know, and you have to tell them everything. You have to tell them everything. They'll ask you every question they'll ask you, and it don't go in. You tell them and tell them and tell them, it don't go in. But this guy who come in with me, like I said to you before out there, he was willing. He goes, just tell me what you want me to do. He goes, I'm not here just to stand around. He goes, I'm here to go to the van, do whatever you want, like be your labourer, making good round the fluo and all that, and like running a bit of pipe and that. I was thinking, sweet.
But that's what you want, though, isn't it?
That's what you want. Yeah.
I think one issue is though that a lot of kids probably hear how hard it is to actually get an apprentice or on a job. Like, it's not that easy.
I know, but then I went through a form of an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I've known loads of my mates through forms of apprenticeship. Like when I was a car mechanic, I was an apprentice. I was on £3.20 an hour.
Yeah.
And like it was pittance. And at the time, my mates were like being hod carriers. £100 a day, back like 20 odd years ago, and they're like, why are you doing that? Because it's all a process, the way you want to get to.
Yeah, of course it is. And that's what people don't understand. And the fact of the matter is like, I'll say this, you've got on your side, mechanically minded. I've said it before, mechanics make bloody good tradesmen. Whatever trade they decide to go into, whether it be chippy work, whether it be plumbing, whether it be electrics, that mechanically minded
What if they're a shit mechanic?
Really, fuck them, you know. That's a good one. Get that one, Robbie. Put that one on there. Put that in as a reel. He said something funny for once.
But to be fair, someone that's going to be shit, for example, on the cars, they're not going to go, I'm going to learn a new trade. No, they can't even do the first trade.
They're not going to do it. No, that's it.
And then take the risk.
Yeah.
In going into something completely new. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just mechanics. So people
get found out too quickly as well.
So,
in my opinion,
people who've been mechanics for their whole lives are shit mechanics.
I think people just don't have to drive though. They don't have to drive like the I want to be good at it. I don't want a comeback from someone. People just don't care, do they?
It's all mindset. But again, it's as well as support networks around you and people who's behind you and helping you in it. Do you know what I mean? It's going to get you through. But also the way you carry yourself. Like if you carry yourself and like MA's obviously seen something in you. So that's down to you as a person. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people are just like at the moment they're just like.
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like at the time, like I never asked for a penny from anyone. All I wanted was someone to say, "Look, I'm fitting a boiler.
Yeah, come
and give me a hand, and I'll just do my thing." Like I'm not going to stand there and say, "Oh, what do you want me to do next?" Like I'll go. I'll like for example, Sharad gave me that opportunity. You see his story actually. He was always pointing up about the Worcester, the one that was meant to be a straight swap. That was the job that I'd done.
Oh right.
And he put it up and said that he was giving me the experience. A lot of people had good comments on it. To do with it, because obviously he was allowing me to do it.
Yeah.
But I just like well, mate, you do that. I'll start doing the flush. I'll do the condensed waste and things like that. Like,
but Chiggs has been through the same sort of process because Chiggs obviously wasn't always a gas engineer.
Yeah.
Chiggs was like an estate agent, wasn't he? At one point, do you know what I mean? He went through the process.
So he understands of
going
trying to get into it,
doing it like at the same time as having a job, and he's been through the same processes of you, so he respects it.
So, fair play.
So yeah, fair play to Chiggs.
Again, we're exactly the same age. He's got young kids, sort of similar to me, and I just said, mate, look. I ain't got time to fuck around. Like, if I can have a laugh when I'm in a job.
When did you start the gas? How far are you into it now?
So I'm done now. I signed off the start of the year.
So you need you've now got you're on a probation period, right?
No, that's done.
Have you done the probation
that's
period?
All finished, yeah.
Right. So how many jobs did they let you? Did they inspect? 1, 2?
No. So on the portfolio, I had 40 external jobs.
40.
40. Yeah.
Is that how many you have to do? 40.
40
yeah.
external
What does that
jobs.
consist of?
Hobs, depended. Some of it is if you wanted to go and do like meters and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but I didn't at the time. So I'd done a lot of gas hobs, a lot of boiler installs, boiler repairs, CP12s.
Gas fires.
Gas fires, I didn't get that too involved because I think, all right, they're still out there, don't get me wrong. And in
Yeah.
certain areas they are still out there, but it is a dying thing. Like people are generally removing
I
them.
don't like them. I don't really. People ask me to do gas fires. I'm like,
In the
oh,
average
I can't be
domestic
arsed.
house,
Mate, it's just more rag than it's worth, isn't it? In my opinion, to be honest. So I had to generate all of that, and that was what Shrag sort of finished at the end of it. But Asif stuck by me and done the vast majority, but he just didn't have like the last couple that I needed. So I finally done that. I started it in January 2 years ago, and then I got it signed off the start of this year. Then I went on that probation period. Then one of the gas safe engineers said, "Oh, I need to come and do an inspection." I said, "Yeah, fine. Like, where do you want to go? Like, I'll take you to a job. Do you want to come to my house? Whatever." He said, "I'll come to your house." Just moved in the house, yeah. So I moved there in 31st of March before the stamp duty change into Stalford, and I had, and then in the house it had been rented out for 10 years, right? So I thought, that's all right. It's had a gas safety act. So you can laugh, yeah. Right? And he said, "Oh, I'll come and do the inspection of your house next week." And bearing in mind, I've been in the house 2 weeks, yeah.
Is it not a job? They're meant to go to a job that you've done, though, isn't it?
No, you can. They want to. They want you to show competence.
Yeah.
So they want you to do like let by and
Gas flow rate.
Yeah, they want you
like
to do
that.
all them practical bits.
I definitely went to a job that I'd done, but they get you to do
They
stuff
do want
while
you
you're
to.
there.
Did they want you? Did they want any jobs of your own as well? Did they say about any jobs of your
They
own?
said they can be asked for it. So I was just like, all right, sweet. I'll just pre-line up some of the jobs I've already done, that in case he wants me to, and I can just go straight there. So I set all that up, right? And so the house had been rented out for 10 years. It's always had landlord, like CP12 done. I thought, perfect, mate, this is going to be fucking spot on, yeah. So it's Valent 838 in there. So it's a big one. So I thought, I'll have a quick look over it.
I know where this is going.
And the hob, because I thought he's bound to want to do like a gas flow rate, yeah. So have a look at it. There's a CO detector. It completely the wrong place. I thought, it's fine, I'll move it. Got no batteries in it. So I'm like, fucking, it obviously ain't been done, has it? Then it's got like a plinth above it, yeah, fully bolted up. You know they've never done a gas analyzer test in there. Open it up, AAV's leaking, water pressure sensors pouring out. It's the cooker hose is completely bent. It's got no isolation valve on the pipework. The pipework ain't clipped. One of the jets is completely blocked in the hob. So I'm then trying to run around trying to get like a new injector for the hob.
Why don't you just leave it and say,
you didn't do it, did you? So
I
you could
didn't do
say
this
that.
shit, but I'm going to point out every fucking thing that's wrong with this.
That's probably look better on you because you're pointing it out.
Yeah, so like, for example, like, that was another thing. I had the meter behind. It was one of them new digital meters. So like when you're timing it for your 2 minutes, you've got to actually press it a split couple of seconds before the 2 minutes.
Had you only done the U6s?
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah,
time 2 minutes.
Yeah, your 2 minutes.
Divide by 3 point whatever it is. I can't remember now. What is it? Yeah.
I've got the calculation written down in the back of my book. But like, obviously I'm new, aren't I? So like, I'm panicking over things like that more than what you had done that have been in it a lot longer. And he's like, "Oh, chill out. Like, just tell him it's not quite right and whatever." And I'm thinking, fucking hell, I need to get this right. Because if he wants me to take to another job, then he starts questioning me on another job. I don't want all that. I want it to go like, I know exactly what's going on. Or like, then I'm trying to do like the gas working pressure. and I just can't get 30 millibar as a minimum. But obviously the meter's on the back of the wall. So then I'm like at the gas valve, but I know that obviously if you can test it before the gas valve on a test nipple, they'll allow it. So he's like, oh right, so we do gas working pressure. I said, oh like, what do you want me to do here? Because like I know that it's not going to get 30 millibar at the gas valve. So I'm like, look, mate, like if I do this on the gas valve, you're gonna want me to turn this off. I said, oh, can I do it from the nipple underneath? And he was like, nah, it's all right. And then I'm outside setting it all up. And I can hear he's rummaging through my tool bag, looking at my analyzer, the U gauge.
Really?
Yeah, like
looking at your tools.
Yeah, like
What
the meter
stickers
caps.
you got?
Yeah, stickers I've got. Whether I've got like 3/4 and ½ inch like caps if I need to cap anything off. Like gas PTFE, and I'm just rummaging through my velocity bag.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Christ, man, this
Did you
geezer's
have the
just
clamps?
yeah, like earth clamps as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just ticking away, and I'm like, because obviously you're knowing and obviously he's going away, but he was alright to be fair to him.
Generally speaking, they're all right, but the one that I had, I can't remember, it might be the same one. At the time, I was between houses. I'd moved out my old house and I was staying at my mum's at the time, and they wanted me to do, and I forgot about it. I was going through so much shit at the time. I was staying at my mum's house temporarily, and he emailed me and he said, you've got a gas inspection. I never read the email. Then they messaged me and said, your inspection is such and such date. And I was like, oh, fuck, I ain't got any jobs. I ain't been doing any jobs. I went, can I just do it at my mum's house, right? And they went, yeah, you will do it at your mum's house. Go through it all. Anyway, so I've done a soundness test and all that malarkey. And he goes, right, yeah, that's all done. It's easy in it, you know what I mean? He goes, right, what we want you to do now? He goes, I want you to do a check on the boiler. I went, right, I'll be honest with you, right, I've just moved back in here. This is my mum's gaff. I said, so this boiler I've never touched. I said, because it's council property. He went, do what? I went, it's council property. He went, well, we can't work on this. I went, hey? We can't work on this because we need to get permission from the council. I'm like, oh, for frig's sake, really? He went, yeah, that's why we ask you for your jobs mainly. Well, I ain't got no jobs. I ain't done no jobs of late.
They don't believe it, though. They just think you're working every day of the week, don't they?
I ain't done no jobs of late. I said, there's none that I can take you in now. I said, so this is it. I mean, really? What? I can't do a flue gas on that and just give you a general rundown? No, not allowed to do it. I was like, you went, all right, then we'll just do you now on your what do they call it? I can't even think.
What, your safety side, like
yeah, like in the books and all that. Yeah, like what theory? He goes, we'll go through the theory with you. So he goes, have your book ready? So I had my book. Luckily, I had my book. And but generally, I didn't really need a lot of it. I looked in it a couple of times, and after he went, actually, he goes, you've done better than I thought you would.
The thing is, though,
it's job that, and I was meant to get him on another. I don't know if I'm going to drop myself in it now. I was meant to get. He was meant to get on another job when I had a job come through. I was meant to ring him, and I forgot to ring him, and they ain't inspected me since. So, like, you know.
The thing is, though, it's like what we were talking about outside.
Probably get another one soon.
Hopefully not.
Well, it is what it is, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Thing is, though, if you're gas safe, right, an inspection shouldn't worry you. We all go through this thing of saying like, oh no, I'm gonna have a gas inspection. But if you're doing everything properly and you know. You understandable, but me, 10 years in the game, I shouldn't be worried about a gas inspection. Do you know what I mean? Somebody should come out to me and say, we've got a gas inspection on Monday. Yeah, come out, I don't care.
No worries, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like always saying outside, like some people are obviously like winging it to a certain degree.
Yeah. There is moody places out there. Do you know what I mean? We won't mention any names, but there are moody places out there.
I was going to say, what training centres?
Training centres,
Yeah, I was going to say, like, how did you find the ACS? Because you hear some training centres just get you through.
They do.
But I think
walk you through it a lot of them do.
there's a percentage that they have to fail. I think that's sort of there's a requirement that
That's
you
the same
can't
as
just
like driving test, isn't it? Back in the day.
How did you find the ACS?
How did you fail?
Again, I won't name any names where I've done mine and how I've done it and whatever. But all I would say is I've done it as the correct route as I could do it. I could have taken an easier route.
What is that easier route? You don't have to say names, but
Like what you're saying, you can get handed it, can't you? If you sit back and people talk in a classroom, people talk outside.
But they you can't get away with not doing it. So
no, you still need to actually obviously do it, but obviously how strict it is in a classroom can vary from place to place. But the way I am, I don't want to necessarily be that guy all the time. Oh, what do I do about this? Or what does that mean? Or whatever. I want
To
to
what extent?
I
'Cause
want to know
yeah.
myself. So I never took the easy route where I could have done.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
To what extent, how much can they help you? Like in terms, they'll tell you the answer. Because when I done it, it was hard. Like you would do it, and then let's say you got to get to 100%, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, I'll do it, and if you got 5 wrong, they would just a bit of guidance.
No, they'll
Like,
go back and look at that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of centres will do that. They'll go, look, go back and have a look at that.
yeah, which I think
They
is
give
fine.
you an opportunity.
Yeah, they give
I
you an
think it's fine.
opportunity.
If they start
For
telling
some
you,
people might go, that's that. Do you know what I mean? Then that's not right, is it? But it's all open book. At the end of the day, all the answers are in front of you. Do you know what I mean?
It's about you finding them
It's
and
about you
understanding
finding
the
them.
question, isn't it?
It's about you finding them, reading the question, and like actually dissecting the question, because some questions can be misleading and make you think of another
Scenario.
answer or scenario.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's down to you. Yeah, put the effort in, read the book, study up, and then you should find it. If you
Which is, it's fair that it's an open book because
Yeah.
obviously there's so much information, especially when you're learning
and
it.
you ain't gonna remember, especially with new,
You can't absorb all that.
especially with new regs coming out all the time and that, you're not going to be able to. That's why they bring regs out, because they want to keep you on top. They want to keep you on top of their game. I mean, I moan about them bringing out regs. Why is it not fucking safe this year and it was last year? But again, I think it's all about, there is money involved, obviously, but then on the other non-cynical side is keeping you on top of your game, innit?
Yeah.
Because you have to.
But the problem is with that, on the backside of that, is you get people to go, I ain't following that. Or I'm used to doing it this way, I won't check.
Yeah. Listen, when you've been doing it a long time, all boilers, generally speaking, room sealed boilers, are not far off. They're all the same.
It's very similar, isn't
You
it?
know what I mean?
To be honest.
They're all they're all pretty much.
It's just I'm at that stage now where I've done a certain amount and I'm aware of a certain amount, but I haven't been in some situations, for example, or done it multiple times. Like last week, last week I just done another boiler install, like a main power flush, but it's just not as regular enough. But I haven't got enough regular.
The thing what you're
to
gonna
get
have.
that.
The thing that you're gonna have is this, right? New engineer, worried about everything because you do, and a lot of the time it's just common sense because like we call it gas certificate app, but it's not essentially a certificate, is it, to say that's passed? It's a report. It's a report of your findings. You don't give this certificate to somebody and say, here you go, that's passed. What you do, you report all your findings and you say, this and this is wrong, It's up to you whether you get it sorted. You're going to sign this and say that you've accepted it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You've just got to cover yourself,
You cover yourself and you write everything down and you're covered. And you explain to the client and you explain in your write-up what's the findings and all that. You're covered. You can't legally turn anything off mission. You can't do it. You can't just go in and go, I'm shut open end, and you say, I've got to turn this off. And they say, no, you're not turning it off. That's when you go and phone the old Transco or the gas transporter to get it done. But if it's something like AR or something like that, and you've said, it's not immediately dangerous, it's at risk, right?
They tightened that up years ago, didn't they?
It's been at risk for the last 5 years, for as far as you're concerned. You're not going to just turn it off.
It's like, for example, like
you can write it all down and say, these are my findings, I've put an AR sign on it, and then you walk away.
It's like how many times you go to boilers now and you've still got 21.5 condense pipe fitted.
The thing is,
It might not freeze for the last 5 years.
But you're not gonna turn them off and change that. It's not a safety thing. But even I see people say flue screws. I get a lot of people say no flue screws. That's at risk. Listen, if somebody was to pull it off outside, then that would. If there's somebody scouring the building and they're gonna pull it off, I'll either put the screws in, and say it needs doing. But I'm not going to turn them off if they refuse it either.
There'll be engineers out there that take advantage of this. They'll flag everything. It's money, isn't it?
They'll flag everything. There'll be some engineers who flag stuff because they don't want to do the job. And they'll go, right, that's at risk, blah, 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 I'm off now.
See you later.
Do you know what I mean? Without even attempting to say, look, this needs this. Do you want me to do it? But I get that engineers are on a tight schedule as well, where they haven't got time to put stuff right.
Because they've just booked so much
But
work.
you make it AR, and then you give the opportunity for them to put it right. Do you know what I mean? And say, this is how much it's going to cost to put it right. At the moment, it's at risk. And that is down to them then, whether or not they act on your report.
The other problem with that is that you get that, and it's the same in any trade, isn't it? People have that problem that if they're too honest, they can actually end up costing them. Like, for example, I'm just, like I said, an honest, straight up person, and probably I end up losing out on things, but I am who I am. Like, I went to go and do a glowworm service. A guy I knew in the area rang me and said, I can come do a service. I said, yeah, no problem. Got there, building site, condensers connected to nothing. There's pipes just like half in a concrete, and he wants a boiler service. So I was looking at it, fucking just the state of the thing. Open up the case before I'd done anything. Done obviously a let by a tightness. Open it up, like AAV's leaking. The sump on the bottom of the main heat exchanger has been leaking. There's water stain everywhere. There's like a spark generator lead. It's just like, you can see it's been chafed. Like it's just a fucking state, basically. I said to mate, like, what do you want me to do here? Like, do you want me to actually service this now? Because there's, like, I've shown, I'm not hiding nothing. You can see, like, there's been a leak there. There's been a leak there. He's only just bought the place. I said, like, what, do you want me to still service it? Because it really needs that amount. Like, what's the point of servicing if it's leaking the main heat exchanger, in my opinion? Do you know what I mean? So he said, all right, yeah, price it all up and then price me up a new couple of boilers. And I'll work out what it is. I said, yeah, no problem. So shut the case, off I go. Priced it all up. Oh yeah, guy down the road who was like Valent Ecotech Plus, or whatever it was. He wanted, because he didn't want to pay the money for like the glowworm to be repaired, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
2011 it was
To
made.
be fair, you're probably talking about 800-900 quid on repair.
Exactly, yeah, like the main heat exchange was 500
Why
quid
would you?
with no labour. And I said, mate, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, then he goes, oh yeah, this guy said he can give it 2.5 grand with a power flush. I said, are you sure? So 3 grand is pretty much a going rate for a Ecotech Plus, a power flush, redoing some pipe work, like shock arrestor, all the bits and pieces, like done properly, yeah? No, it's a 2.5 grand. They don't want to pay me for the service then, which I sort of get, but I also disagree with. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I think it comes from people.
What you mean he didn't want to pay you for the visit?
Yeah, he just went, no, but you never actually done the service. I said, yeah, but I could have done that service for you and then gone, by the way, your boiler's basically fucked.
I've let you know your boiler's fucked.
Yeah.
I've let you into getting it done by somebody else.
Yeah,
so I've actually come round out of my time and let you know it was fucked.
Yeah.
And he don't want to pay you.
Yeah. So that's what I kind of get, but I will lose because I'm too honest. But I get why people don't go that route. And they just go, so loads of people probably would have gone there and serviced it and gone, oh, by the way, that's fucked, man, it's not worth doing.
Yeah.
And then you get the battle that the person that you've just done the work for has gone, well, why'd you service it? Why am I paying 100 quid for a boiler that's battered?
No, but that's it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd be on the same take as you there. It's like today, I walked into the service and as soon as I walked in there, the flue manifold was spewing out products of combustion. It's all like scaled down the sides of it and stuff. And I went, you need a new flue manifold. Like, I'm just going to do it. You need it done. If you want this serviced and done, I said, because that's leaking into the box. So products of combustion are in there, so it needs replacing. He was all right. He's watches the programme, don't you? Don't you, mate? Alfie, he said to me, he said, I watched the whole podcast. I went, oh, do you? Really? Who told you about that? So, good job well done. Thanks for the payment. All done.
So you're still at TFL?
Yes, I'm there at the minute.
What's the plan then with the gas?
Like I say, at the moment now, it's like I'm just ticking over, doing bits and pieces and doing bits and I'm doing a little bit of work in like a school in Walthamstow with someone I know who used to play football years ago.
Beckham.
Yeah. Funny enough, I actually grew up a couple of roads away from him.
Say, he probably did, yeah.
Yeah, down in Chingford. Funny enough, but didn't know him, obviously.
No.
But yeah, so I'm sort of ticking over and just trying to build up. So the point I'm at now is that like I'm not quite sure in the route to go with to generate the work. So like years ago I'd done the checker trade, but it was quite new. From what I hear now, it's very different. At that time I tried like the ratey people, waste of dough. My builder, waste of dough. I've done them routes. I've done the website and the start of the SEO, but it never really went anywhere. But at that time when I was doing the building, I was getting the word of mouth and the sort of regular work. Obviously in the plumbing and the gas industry, it's a different trade and it's a lot more responsive, it's a lot more reactive. So you need that more phone based
coming in. Yeah,
it's different. Like before, I had someone to ring me and say, I've got an extension. I go, yeah, all right, no worries, price it. I'm already doing one. Then you tee that up, and you know that's 3 months. But I know, like, the guys on here before, that trademark, I think it was you had on here, they sound sort of interesting in what they do. So it's me finding now the right people
to get the work in. Yeah,
to get the work in, but the right work.
Yeah.
Because I've been stung before.
Yeah, you don't want to go for. Yeah, that's a good way to be. Actually, don't just take anything. It's all about having the right customers, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Like, and it's not about the money. It's about having the right people and the right kind of work. Because, not every job's perfect. Not every customer is going to be easy. Like, some are generally more difficult than others.
But tell me about it.
But you don't want to be in that situation. Like the checker trade, my builder. It's like, go for that lead. You get that lead. You've got 10 other geezers going for it. By that point, that person, they're so sick of seeing people. They don't tell you the full story of the job they want. You end up pricing. It comes down just to purely on price. They couldn't give a fuck, really. What person's coming around.
Reputation and have a strong.
So I watched it. I follow this thing on Nightmare Customers on Facebook, and they always put up text messages from people. They always put the text. It's quite interesting to read. I think some of them are fabricated, if I'm honest with you. I think they're all fabricated just to, like, get clicks and stuff like that.
But that's the thing, is all this stuff you see online, like, let's be honest, most of it's fake, isn't it? And anyone that's real, within reason, they get roasted by people, don't they?
Yeah, fuck them. I don't care.
Like I'm saying, you have the right attitude with it, though, but a lot of people are scared to say it as it is. He's going, you're the fucking worst builder. You should see how much better the builder is I've had next door, and blah, 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 blah. He goes, look how good my brickwork is. I said, are you okay, mate? Do you want to have a look at that brickwork? It doesn't look like you can use that as an example for me. And he goes, it's a tripping hazard. You're a fucking shoggy builder, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'll tell you what, mate. It was for your benefit, yeah? I've done 300 quid's worth of ply on your side that's now fucked.
Yeah.
That I'm going to throw in a skip. And I've spent a day sheeting up your drive.
Yeah.
I said, what I'll do is I'll fucking take yours half off. So we'll just keep off of your rod, and I'll put a wall straight through the thing, a temporary fence. But I knew that he was fucked because he had a caravan and a car.
Right.
So I knew that he wouldn't be able to get it in. He went, oh, no, it's okay. And he fucking moaned about the noise. So then every morning, 8 o'clock, legally 8 o'clock you can work, can't you? Fucking radio on, nail guns firing, chop saws, steel saws.
Weren't even chopping saws.
Yeah, but he just absolute ag, that guy.
The neighbours are...
You think I went out of my way and lost money myself?
Neighbours don't like other people having work, do they?
No,
they don't mind having a bit of work done themselves. But then when anyone else...
That's a topic in itself, isn't
Yeah,
it?
when anyone else is having any work, you always have problems with the neighbours or something like that.
They just hate builders, don't they?
Yeah, people just don't like builders. My worst customer, I think, she was absolutely nuts, she was. She wanted me... I'd already been through it with her husband. I was doing some bathroom works there, but at the same time a boiler went down. So I went to repair the boiler and I agreed with the husband. I'd already been out to it before, and it was a Suprema. It was about 25 years old. And I said, this is knackered. I said, you need a new one. I said, it's not even starting back up now. It's fucked. It's not even worth me getting a new fan for it or whatever it was that was wrong with it. I said, it's not even worth it because you've had all this work done on the house. You're now leaving the boiler, which is going to fail you within the next year or so anyway, because it was really looking ropey. He's gone, Pete, just get me a boiler and change it. I went, I'll get you one tomorrow and I'll whip it in.
When you think now, that's an ideal customer. They're not too worried about the price.
Right, yeah. So
they just want it done.
I got done the boiler, right, and I whacked the old one out on the drive, yeah, and that night, right, his missus phones me up. She goes, Pete, why have you changed my boiler? And I was like, because the other one was knackered. Well, my friend says that her engineer repaired hers, so I'd like you to put the old one back and take that. I went, and this was at 10 o'clock at night she phoned me, and I went, and I lost the plot with her. I went, are you having a fucking laugh? I said, I've been through it with your husband. I've been through it with you. I said, and the fact of the matter is, that old one was knackered. Well, I said, listen to me. I said, don't fucking wind me up. I said, don't wind me up. I said, I've agreed it with you. I've agreed it with you. Anyway, he's phoned me up about 10 minutes later. She said, oh no, she's got the wrong end of the... She was a nightmare, this woman. I'll tell you how much of a nightmare she was, right? When the builders went to quote the job, right? she got my mate round to quote it, but she also got 2 other builders at the same time to quote it, right? At the same time, he walked round, he went, what's going on here? And all the other builders were there.
It's a terrible idea, isn't it?
No, it was all there. But for the reason being, she was having a hot tub delivered and it craned in over the house and she wanted people there to help her put the fucking hot tub in. And my mate's there with these other builders quoting the job, handling in this fucking hot tub, right? What she wanted, or whatever it was that she wanted craned in over the house.
Mate.
She wanted bodies there and she got everyone to quote it so they could all handle this thinging.
You've got to think, like, what are these people thinking? Like, you've got nothing else better to do.
That was her the whole way through the job. She was absolutely insane.
You just want to get out, don't you? You just think, please, Christ, just get me out of this job. It just feels like it's never going to end, doesn't it?
So, yeah. Anything else?
I was thinking actually, because we was going to do the question we done the question at the end on our overtime, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
We was going to do it with a guest, so like just asking like anyone listening, it's putting you on the spot a bit, but
Go on.
yeah, just asking a question at the end of this show, anything you would want to ask anyone, like, or anyone listening, what to do the trades, what? It could be anything, yeah, it could be, you might have a question about the gas industry or what, anything.
I'd have the question is, there's probably a lot of people that watch this that aren't necessarily doing a trade. My question would be, why not? Why are you not doing it? Like, if there's one thing that I wanted to get from this podcast is...
Ask Robbie.
If there's one thing that I wanted to come across from this, is... I wasn't at that age. I'm not at that age where it's easy going to do what I've done. I have kids, I have a mortgage, I've moved house, I'm doing a job. If I can do it... There's plenty of other people that are thinking about they could do it, that have probably chosen not to do it.
Yeah.
They could do it, just how much sacrifice are you willing to do it to make the change?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say it's easy because it hasn't been easy.
Yeah.
But if you really want to make it work, you can make it work.
Yeah.
Like what I did, like what I've spoken about already with the building, that wasn't easy either. But you've either got that drive or you haven't. So
Yeah,
I just
it takes
hope
a certain type of character to do it, yeah.
I just hope that, like, from this, some people that are either thinking about a career change within the trade or like someone that's thinking about coming into a trade, because like, I believe it's going to boom in the next 5 to 10 years. I think trade work will generally boom.
You might be right, because when I first started out in what was it, 2020? I think it, not 2020, 2000, 2020, in the year 2000 or 1999, whenever it was I started. I was going to college. And the people at college were professional. They were city traders on my course. People who was like, working in banks and stuff like that. People who wanted to change career because they see in the newspapers at the time that obviously the plumbing industry was booming. Plumbers at that time were meant to be on 70 grand a year. They was putting in the papers and they was really pushing it because they had all this work going on at the time where it was like better home schemes and stuff like that, where they needed labour. They needed people in the industry. So yeah, it will hit a low, which it probably has, but you're probably right, it will probably boom again.
I just think that, like, you look at people like, for example, my dad's age, or people that are sort of within most trades I'm talking about, are not just plumbing and gas, but there's a lot of people that are on the verge of retiring, that people that are close to retiring, and like, you look at statistics of tradespeople within the UK, and there's a lot of people that are gearing up for retirement.
Yeah.
Sort of prepping for it. And then there's like people like sort of our sort of ages.
But there's gearing up for retirement.
It might be a ticket out.
Yeah.
It was comedy, but like, there's not the rate of what people are working.
He's at Gravesend now, so...
Smashed it down there, didn't you?
Smashed it down Gravesend.
The rate of what people are learning, because loads of people just want to be on Instagram, they want to be on YouTube, like they want to be on TikTok. There's not the amount learning to the amount that's already doing it. So there's going, like, in my opinion, there's gonna be a big gap. Like going through it, like I've done like with that school I was talking about in Walthamstow, they done like a year 6, year 5 sort of thing with like kids going around a table for doing like different sort of, like either like a trade or like NHS or the council and things like that. It was done by like the Waltham Forest councillor. And that guy that I knew to do with the school said, "Oh, do you want to come in as a tradesperson, put some tools on the table, talk about trade work, and try and encourage some kids?" So I thought, I've done a fair bit of work at that school over the time. I don't mind doing that. I'd hope someone would do that for my kids in their school, you know. So I sat there and I was there for like an hour and a half. And all these like groups coming in threes, like girls, boys, whatever. And he talking and he's sort of trying to get them to guess. Like I had like impact on there, a bit of copper, set of grips, like a level, bits and pieces. And they're trying to guess what work you're doing. And you sort of start talking to them. And I was talking, there must have been probably 50 kids, I reckon. One boy said, "I want to be a roofer."
Really?
Everyone else was like sports, YouTube, influencer, want to be a footballer and whatever. I'd take nothing away. Like any boy really at some point wants to be a footballer, but the rate of making it is so thin, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's if your face fits, but
yeah.
And you just got to wonder
there's
how
going to be
much.
a big gap. There's going to be a big gap.
I believe
not enough tradespeople.
What do I know? But it's just my opinion that I think there's going to be a big shortage at some point.
Yeah.
At the rate they're doing it.
Well, maybe we'll stay doing it then for a bit.
I think
Wait a few quid in like 5-10 years time.
Well, it's like now, like there's the big things with the air heat source pumps, isn't there? And I've not really done too much with that yet. But people really believe that's going to take off. I don't personally believe it's going to take. I don't think it's sustainable for the cost.
I think I don't know. I was sort of like I've wavered on that, and from what I've seen in the industry now, I think especially with new builds, it will be something, but with existing properties, not so much.
That's what I believe. Yeah.
So.
And the rate of the new builds are going up. They will obviously produce and sell a certain amount, won't they?
Yeah, they probably all fall down as well. The new builds, the rate they go up as well, don't they?
The state of some of them.
Shit,
like
innit?
you see some of these pages of like snaggers that have gone banned, and what do they expect? Like all the money goes to the top of the people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In the chain.
We're
anyone that's on site is leaned on.
Robbie, don't buy a new build, all right?
No.
No, he's shaking his head vigorously. You know.
I knew that question would get rolled up
What?
on our socials.
What? Oh, what one was it? What, new build?
Would you buy a new build?
And what did people say?
TikTok, I don't know, it's like over 100,000 views, like
Was it?
loads of comments. Yeah, it was...
I tell you what, one did get kicked up. The one about the how much you have to earn, innit? How much do you have to earn a year to be comfortable? And people was going, I only earn £25,000 a year and I'm fine. You just got to live above,
It all
don't
does
live above
depend
your
if you live
means.
it,
How you
and
living
stuff
on
like
25 grand a year though? So if you're at home, you've got missus and a couple of kids, you ain't living on 25 grand a year, are you?
Not comfortably.
But yeah, thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
again, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
No, it's
But
good,
like,
mate.
been
It's
good to have you.
to get somebody different way into the trade. Yeah.
It's been a very different podcast to what you normally get. It's normally, like, most of it is to someone's already done it, innit? So
Yeah, no, it's good. The way through the training and the train signalling and all
Just
that.
still in that process, yeah. So
just hope that people will go and take it on, seeing it, or even if there's a small percentage of people that watch this and go, he's done it, I can do it.
Yeah,
There's
no,
just a
that's
little bit
it,
of belief in someone.
Yeah, because people do need that. Do you know what I mean? People do need a little bit of like, oh yeah, you're right. I've been thinking about it, and this might just push them to do it. So
I hope so.
I hope it goes well, Tone.
Yeah,
yeah,
thanks.
cheers, Tone. Thanks for
Tone.
joining us,
Right, thanks for
brother.
having us.
Thanks, mate.
It's all right.